Welcome to Power Half Hour, fun shortened version of our Power Hour class. So we're going to begin with a warm up. Take a nice wide stance. We're going to squat down and then go for a nice overhead side stretch. Nice and big, just going as far as comfortable this morning. Just alternating with squat and big side stretch. If you want to hold that stretch a little bit longer, feel free. Just working on getting the body ready to move, wake the body up. So I'm gonna bring some warmth to the legs, start to open up the hips, all that good stuff. Spend about 10 more seconds here. Good, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll keep our wide stance going to windmill toe touches, arms come out to a T. We'll slowly start to hinge forward, reaching for the shin or toes. Pull back up to the center, and then switch sides. Making sure we're pressing our hips back behind us, leading forward with the chest, but keeping a flat back when we do so. Should get a really nice stretch in the hamstrings. A good way to activate the glutes, give them a squeeze to help stand ourselves up. And we'll spend about 10 more seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Going to some arm circles next. We'll go forward first. Nice and big. You can do same time. You can alternate. Play around and find what feels good to loosen up those shoulders. Good. Now we'll send them backwards. Same options. You can alternate. You can do same time. Nice big movements. Good. Next up, we'll go for arm swings, so bringing them across the body and getting a nice stretch in the chest as we pull those arms back behind us. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can shake the arms out. Moving into some jumping jacks. We have either heel taps or toe taps for low impact, or you can go for the full jumping jack. Just start to bring a little more warmth to the body, get the heart rate up. Here we go. Let's get 10 more seconds. Keep it short and sweet. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll shake it out. Feel free to continue stretching as I explain our first round. So we have every minute on the minute, or EMOM, for this class. So for our even minutes, we'll have 2 exercises and a little active recovery option. And for odd minutes, we'll have 2 different exercises and a different active recovery option. So because it's a shortened version, we're going to go for 6-minute rounds. We're going to go through 3 times with each. So for our first even round, we're going to start off with some thrusters. You can grab your weights. They're going to start at the shoulders. We'll take a nice wide stance, squatting down, using some momentum to press those weights up overhead. We're going to go for 10 of these guys. After thrusters, you'll keep your weights. We're going to go for some bent over rows. So weights are going to be about shoulder width apart. We're going to hinge forward, hold here, and row those weights up, squeezing shoulder blades. We're going to do 8 total rows, and we're going to hold for your count of 5. Our active recovery will be holding a high plank down on the mat. Up on the hands, you can be on the knees, on the toes, and you can also, if you want, just add in some variations. We have toe taps, we have leg lifts or shoulder taps, lots of options. You can play around if you'd like to add a little extra to your plank. So that is our even round. For our odd round, we're going to go for some push-ups to start things off. We're going to do narrow push-ups today, so hands are going to be close in the center. And we're going to either do knees or toes, lowering down as far as comfortable, keeping elbows pinned in. Inhaling down, exhaling to press. We're gonna do 8 of those total. And then from there, we're gonna flip over, going for some bicycle crunches, getting that full twist across, extending that leg out. We'll go for 10 per side. Our active recovery, if you have time left, going for some high knees or high knee march. So the slower version is drawing those knees up towards the chest, or you can go for a little jog. So that is round 1. We'll go through each of those 3 times for 6 minutes total, if I'm doing math correctly. So we'll start with our thrusters first, and 10 of these guys. Get those weights and begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So 10 total, squatting down, using some momentum to press those weights overhead, making it snappy. Good. Power those weights up. Whenever you're done, going to bent over rows. You have 8 total rows, followed by a 5-second, 5 on your count, hold. Really squeezing shoulder blades tight. Squeezing extra tight with our hold. Whenever you're done, we'll head down to the mat. High plank is our active recovery. We'll get ready for narrow push-ups to kick off our odd round. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Narrow push-ups, hands together in the center. Going for 8. Inhale down, exhale, press. Getting as low as comfortable for you. And after push-ups, flipping over, bicycle crunch, 10 per side. We'll go a little bit quicker than normal, but still getting that full extension. There we go, keep it going. Whenever you're done with bicycles, high knee, march or run is our active recovery. You have about 10 seconds, we're back to the top. Back to thrusters in 3, 2, 1, here we go, round 2. Powering those weights up, 10 total. Nice and quick, making it snappy. Here we go, power them up. Nice work. Rows are next, 8 total, followed by 5 on your count hold. Really focusing on leading with the elbows, squeezing shoulder blades tight. Always breathing through. And once you're done with rows, high plank is our active recovery. Knees or toes, option to add variations if you'd like. Narrow push-ups coming up next in 3, 2, 1, here we go, hands together. Narrow push-ups for 8. Drawing belly button towards the spine to brace that core tight. Whenever you're done with your push-ups, bicycle crunches are next. And 10 per side. Taking that full twist across, full extension of the leg. Keeping those elbows nice and wide. And making our way to standing. High knee march or run, not too long here. Back to thrusters in 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Last round. And 10 total. Nice work. Power those weights up. Use a little momentum. Control them on the way down. Bent over rows are next. 8 total and a 5 count hold. Squeezing as tight as we can this last time through. And high plank is the active recovery. Option to add some variations. About 5 more seconds. Going to narrow push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 8 total. Power through as low as you can. And flipping over to bicycle crunches. 10 per side. Woo, keep it moving. That full extension. And we'll wrap this round up with high knee run or march. Whatever you choose, driving those knees. And use those arms as much as we can. Give me 10 more seconds here. We'll add on a little bit, just because we can. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! End of round 1. Feel free to grab some water if you like. Maybe a little breather here. All right. Nice short and sweet rounds with our power half hour. All right, explaining our second round, feel free to continue stretching if you want to move, whatever you'd like. We're going to start with some lunges. So for lunges, we're going to have weights up at the shoulders. We're going to be stepping back. We'll start with the left leg, going for a lunge, and then driving the knee through, doing our best balance. We're going to do 6 per side. So from here, we're just going to switch to the right side, stepping back, keeping those weights nice and high. Driving that knee through, keeping your balance. Then for our active recovery, we'll have plenty of time with this one. Going for some nice wide curls, really focusing on controlling, keeping it slow on the way down for a little extra challenge. If you'd like to, you can always throw in a single leg balance, do a couple per leg, switch sides, just as an option. So that is round 1. Round 2, we're going to go for some squat jumps first. So we have 10 total. Take nice wide stance. So our low impact option is going to be touching down, reaching up, and going up on the toes. Or option 2, higher impact, is squatting, hopping. We're going to get 10 total. And feel free to mix and match between those two. After that, we're going to go for some plank rotators. So I'll challenge you to stay up on the toes if you can. We're going to begin on the side. So lifting up here, hold for a second or two, rotate to plank in the center, hold for a second or two, and then flip to the other side, hold for a second or two. So I'll challenge you to make your way through 3 times. So 3 times with our side planks, center, side. Actually, we'll get 6 with the center, but 3 per side plank will be our count. So active recovery from there. I'm gonna make our way back to standing, go for some butt kickers. So you can either go for that low impact leg curl, or you can go for a running butt kicker, bringing heels up towards glutes. So this is our next round. So evens, again, we're starting with our lunges, keeping weights at the shoulders, active recovery, nice time with our bicep curls, option of that balance. We'll get ready here. Grab your weights. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Getting 6 per leg. Driving the knee through, a little balance challenge. Get the core involved. Get as low as comfortable in that lunge. Just going right into the right side. Driving that knee through. Keep the chest lifted, weights up. And from here, active recovery of bicep curls. If you want to add an extra challenge, you can balance, do 2 of 3 per leg. Make sure to switch. Keep it slow and controlled. About 10 seconds. Squat jump, start off our odd round. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. You can set weights down. Either squat up to calf raise or squat jump, mix and match. 10 total. Here we go. Woo! And plank rotator, starting in side plank. And for 3 times through. Really focusing on drawing belly button towards the spine as we move through our planks. Awesome work, keeping those hips up. In about 15 seconds. Once you go through 3 rounds, you can make your way to standing, butt kickers, leg curls. And we're back to lunges in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lunges back to the top. Round 2 of 3. We're staying strong and focused. And as low as comfortable in that lunge. Driving that knee through. Good. Go right into the other side. Try to keep it as smooth as you can. That's the challenge. And bicep curls are our active recovery, option of a balance. Just try to keep it even with the amount of curls you do per leg for balancing. About 10 seconds. Squat jump, start off our next round in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat jump. Squat to calf raise, 10 total. Nice and quick. Trying to land soft if you are jumping. Woo! Really pushing ourselves here. Going to our plank rotators. And just hold each for a second or two. It's really controlling that movement. Drawing belly button towards spine. Working to keep those hips nice and flat. Hips lifted up from the mat. And again, we're going 3 on each side. We're done with those, making our way back to standing. A little over time, will give us 10 seconds just to get some butt kickers. Or make your way to standing. Woo! 3rd and final round, we're back to lunges. In 3, 2, 1, let's do this. 6 per side. Driving that knee through. Keeping it as smooth as we can. Keep that chest lifted tall. Let's go right into that second leg when you're done. Good, keep it going. And then curls are active recovery, option of a balance. About 15 seconds. Keeping it controlled. Good, we'll get ready for squat jumps. In 3, 2, 1. Last time here. Either squat to calf raise, nice and quick, or you can add that hop. Mix and match. Woo! And last time here, we'll power through. Go. You can do this. Going to our planks next. Last time, make it through 3 rotations. Really focusing on controlling that movement. Drawing the belly button towards the spine throughout. And 3 side planks total. 3 on each, I should say. Give us a little extra time with those reps completed. Keep pushing yourself. Make our way to standing. Give us about 15 more seconds here. Make your way to some butt kickers, leg curls. Let's do 10 more. Finish it out. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Woo. End of round 2. Power through one more quick round here. Feel free to grab a sip of water if you'd like. Catch your breath. Wipe off some sweat, all that good stuff. All right, for our final round, we're gonna be down on our mat the whole time. So we're gonna start off with some more push-ups. This time around, we're going for wide push-ups. Hands are gonna be wider than the shoulders, kind of on the edge of your mat, going on knees or toes. We have 6 total, working to get as low as you can. From there, we're going to move right into some mountain climbers. So hands will just come in a little bit to about shoulder width apart. You can either slow it down for 8 total, or if you speed it up, we're gonna go 8 per side. From here, we're gonna flip on over and go into a glute bridge hold. If you want, you can add weights, hold them over the hips, or just hang out here. Next up, we're going to pick up weights if you don't already have them. Stay lifted in that glute bridge and go to some Pec Flies. So bring those weights down as close to the ground as we can, pull back to the center. We'll go for 5 total, and then moving into a dumbbell pullover. So you can either use 1 or 2 dumbbells. We're gonna lower the weights down overhead, then pull back up, really focusing on squeezing the shoulder blades as we pull up. So again, you can either do 1 or 2. It's really focusing on keeping it controlled as we lower it down and staying lifted in that bridge. To finish out, we're going to do some leg lifts. So if you'd like, you can keep your weight lifted right where it was. Just lower down from the bridge and go for either single leg or double leg through the end of that odd round. So those are our exercises. We'll power on through, starting with our push-ups first. And wide grip, so hands are on the edge of your mat. We'll get started here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 8 total. 6 total, sorry, 6 total. If you do extra, that's okay. Next up is 8 mountain climbers, either slow or quick. And 8 per side if you're doing quick. Yeah, then we'll flip on over. Holding a glute bridge, option to have some weights over your hips. We get ready for our odd round. If you don't have weights on the hips, just keep them close by so you can quickly grab them. Plenty of time here, about 15 more seconds. Just breathe, really power up through the heels. We'll get ready for 5 pec flies first. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. So continuing to hold that bridge. Palms face each other as we lower those weights down with control. Good. And either 1 or 2 dumbbells for dumbbell pullover. Lowering the weight down overhead with control. Really focusing on squeezing the shoulder blades as we pull it back up. 1 for 5 of these. Continue to press up through those heels. Good. An active recovery is leg lifts, either single or double. You can keep the weight if you want, or you can set it down. It's really focusing on keeping that back nice and flat. About 10 more seconds. We'll get ready to flip on over to wide push-ups. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Wide push-ups. Going for 6. Be as low as comfortable. Bracing the core nice and tight. Moving into 8 mountain climbers. There are 8 total for slow, 8 per side quick. Keep it a nice high plank position. We'll move into glute bridge, hold for active recovery. Option to hold weights over the hips. We have about 15 seconds here. You can start to get your weights in position for pec fly. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Pec fly, 5 total. Continuing to hold that bridge, really press those hips up. We're going to breathe through. Inhale down, exhale lift. Moving right into our dumbbell pullover, option of 1 or 2 dumbbells. 5 total. Lowering with control. Squeezing the shoulder blades as we pull those weights back up. The hips up a ½ inch higher. Good. Whenever you're done, moving into our leg lifts or single leg lifts. About 15 seconds, keeping that back nice and flat on the mat. 10 seconds, we're back to our wide push-ups last time. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Wide push-ups, we have 6. Last time, giving it all we've got. There we go, power through. Moving into mountain climbers, 8 slow or 8 per side quick. Really driving that knee wherever you're at. And moving into our glute bridge hold for active recovery. Challenge you, if you haven't put weights on the hips, give it a go this final round. Finish with a flourish. We have 10 more seconds here. Getting ready for our pec fly. Continuing to hold a bridge in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lowering those weights down with control. 5 total. Focusing on squeezing the chest as we pull to the center. Moving right into dumbbell pullovers. 1 or 2 dumbbells, slowly lowering overhead. Squeezing the shoulder blades as we pull those weights back down. Really focusing on pressing up through the heels, squeezing glutes. Whenever you're done, moving into single leg lifts or leg lifts. Give us a little extra time here. We got 15 more seconds. Keeping that back as flat as you can on the mat. Good, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! We'll set the weights aside, keep our cool down short and sweet here. And inhale and bring the knees to the chest. We'll just take a moment to pull them in close, rock side to side. Maybe draw some circles, massage the low back. And deep breaths, bring the heart rate down. Good. All right, we'll slowly release the left leg, keeping that right knee in close. Option to gently pull out towards the edge of the mat, back into the center. Good, we'll switch sides. You can release the right leg, pull that left leg back in. Let the right leg be completely heavy. And then option if you want to add that movement, gently drawing out towards the edge of the mat, into the center you can. Nice easy breaths here. All right, we'll slowly bring the right knee back to meet the left. Grab behind the knees, take some roll-ups, as many or as few as you'd like. Eventually making your way to butterfly stretch with feet together in the center, pressing down gently on the knees with elbows. We'll take 2 deep breaths here, stretching out inner thigh, hips. So then after that second deep breath, we'll slowly make our way to standing. Give the legs a good shake, give the arms a shake. And final stretch, we'll inhale to bring both arms up overhead for a big reach. We'll pull them to one side, finding a nice stretch from the shoulder, down the side body, a little bit to the back. Take 1 more deep breath. Then we'll switch sides, big stretch and reach. Take 2 deep breaths. Good, we'll bring arms back to the center. You'll slowly release them down. Get 1 more bonus stretch here. We'll grasp the hands behind the back. Slowly begin to pull them up and then hinge forward for a nice forward fold. Going as low as comfortable. A nice stretch in the hamstrings, low back. Open up the chest and shoulders. Take 1 more deep breath. And we'll slowly rise back to standing, release the arms. Give everything a good shake. Feel free to get some more stretching on your own, just keeping it short and sweet because going a little over as usual. But thank you so much for joining for Power Half Hour.